Anybody
I know someone just start talking about morality. Morality is
I want to laugh.
what do you think morality is?
What? That's a tough question. What is morality? Dang it, I need like a dictionary. To me, I think it's...
I don't know. I don't know. Stop it.
Morality comes from intuition.
And why do you think that?
Because when you know when something's immoral, you can feel it when something's immoral. It's like, it's an intuition. You don't really have to think about it.
Arguable.
standards that people live by that help them make decisions on issues in their lives.
Where do you think morality comes from?
For me, it was parents, religion, and personal experiences.
So you think it's something that's taught, you're not just born with it?
I believe that people are born and they can become evil or good. So yes, morals are taught and learned.
Well, if intuition was what gave your morality, how would you question a serial killer's morality? Dominated. Boom.
But serial killers don't have that sense of morality. It's like a
No, but you said you argued intuition, not morality. You argued that
They don't
intuition
have-
gives you morality.
They don't have that intuition. Though. That's the thing.
Then your argument is logically unsound. A
I'm
plus
not
B
saying
equals C.
instinct. I'm not saying instinct. I'm saying intuition.
You're
It's
using
not like
intuition
something everybody's
in more than the
born
sense of
with, like-
intuition. Like everyone has universal intuition.
No, that's more of like an instinct. Intuition is different. That's something that some people don't do as well at as others
Oh, he's
do.
not going to go to the 27th.
I don't know. Morality is just changes drastically with what you believe in.
He's anti-authoritarian.
Per my ethics class. Just there's like the morality changes depending.
Oh, really?
Mac and cheese.
You know what? Here's the thing about morality is really subjective, right? Because, look, my dad would say it's immoral not to finish this macaroni and cheese because my mom cooked it, right? But I would say it's immoral for me to eat this mac and cheese when there's, like, millions of starving people dying somewhere. Well, that's just, well, whose morality am I following then? My dad's morality? Or some, like, global morality? Should I eat this mac and cheese because I'm hungry? But there's someone hungrier than me, or because my mom cooked it. You know what I mean? Like, it's just this totally subjective thing. It doesn't really matter. I mean, it matters. You know, I'm not an anarchist. I'm not a nihilist.
It matters, but no two people have the same morality.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, if you thought about that, you'd be like, okay, well, what do I think about it? Like, how do I feel about it? And that's where your intuition comes into it, you know? Like, everyone has their own intuition.
Case by case basis.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It comes from your own intuition. It doesn't come from, like, a universal
See, I agree with that. The problem is that now our moralities are being given to us by, like, if we're religious, you're not allowed to have the same morality as someone who's not. Or you can, but it's not, you're not following the guidelines of what they want your morality to be.
But religion is like, I feel like it will never go completely with somebody's intuition, no matter how they try
like
to.
A belief system in general
like I guess I couldn't
can
say
dictate
that for sure, but
what your morality is supposed to be, and at that point, it's like, did you decide for yourself, or because you were raised into that, your morality was chosen for you? It's just.
Well, but then she's saying, on that token, that you would be able to inherently use your intuition, even if you're raised in like a strictly religious environment where, say, if you're not a virgin when you're married, you're stoned to death. Well, how many devout Christians you know that actually follow that? We'd have a lot of stoned to death women, and it doesn't happen. So, like, even really devout people, I think you have to separate organized religion from morality. I think they're two very vast. Because even before we had the advent of religious structure, cavemen had morality in some sense. I mean, I'm sure, I don't know, I wasn't there. But I would assume that there was some sort of morality inherent in us, even from our most, like, base form, which would be an instinctual thing. But I don't know. Like, murder, death, is death really that wrong? It's a part of life. Is killing someone that wrong? We go, well, it depends on the situation. Is that morality? is that you can't. It's very hard, very slippery slope. People in Molly's class. This mac and cheese is delicious. We're at Lux. You should come to Lux.
To me, morality is what binds our society together. It's what drives us between doing right or wrong, and you're guided by that with your inner conscience.
So where do you think morality comes from?
I'm sure a lot of it comes from how you're raised. You're raised with your parents telling you what's right or wrong. You're also developed between your social peers, and that's what guides you into not only what's acceptable by society, but also you start to develop your personality, and you already are realizing the right or wrong when you're faced with those decisions.
Rosemary, heaven restores you in life. You're coming with me through the aging, the fearing, the strife. It's the smiling on the package, it's the faces in the sand. It's the thought that moves you upward, embracing me with two hands. Right, we'll take you places, yeah, maybe to the beach. When your friends, they do come crying, tell them now your pleasure's set upon slow release. On trial. It took a lifespan with no cellmate, a long way back. Sandy, why can't we look the other way? We speaks about travel, yeah, we think about the land. We smart like all people's feelings. Could take you places, but you need a new man. Wipe the pollen from the faces, make revision to a dream while you wait in the van. Anyway, great smile, sensing in the fake night. But hey, who's on trial? Took a lifespan with no cellmate, find a long way back. Sandy,
What do you think morality is?
So I wasn't recording.